Hey, what's up guys, Gons here for this week's Word of Encouragement. I wanted to find something in the Old Testament because it's so easy to find stuff in the New Testament, but I came across Isaiah 42:16, and here's what it says. And I will lead the blind in a way that they do not know. In paths that they have not known, I will guide them. I will turn the darkness before them into light, the rough places into level ground. These are the things I do, and I do not forsake them. Now this is obviously God talking here, but I think it's really appropriate to us, especially in sort of the truther movement, because it says here that I will lead the blind in a way that they do not know. And really, if you think about a lot of us in the truther movement, especially the Christian truthers out there, we're really treading in some dark places. And if it wasn't for the Lord's leading, then we'd be completely lost. And the second part, in paths that they have not known, I will guide them. Same thing, we tread in areas that are just a little bit freaky or weird or very dark. But with God's leading, we will be safe. And then it says, I will turn the darkness before them into light, the rough places into level ground. So again, I guess it's the same point over and over again, but what happens with these dark topics is that a light gets shined on them and it's illuminated to the point where we can talk about it and we can discuss it and expose it, just like Ephesians 5:11 says. And the rough places into level ground, well, again, it goes into this whole idea that when we first see this landscape, it's really messy. But with the Lord's leading, He makes it so that we can walk on it, we can understand it, so that we can warn about it. These are the things I do, and I do not forsake them. This is the Lord's doing. A lot of the exposing that's really happening is God exposing it. We are just vessels in this journey, and we're not really responsible for discovering the next grand conspiracy or anything like that. It's all God's doing. We are just vessels being used for His purpose. And so we have to remember that doing all the research, doing all that stuff, to always be led by God. Because otherwise, if we're led by our own pride or if we're led by our own desires, then we may lead into a path where the Lord is not leading, and we will stumble because we will be blind, we will not know the path, we'll be stuck in darkness, and we'll be in a rough place. And all those things are not good for our spirit and not good for the purposes of evangelism, for the purposes of exposing that darkness. And so, real basic, real short this week, but I hope it encourages you guys. Isaiah 42:16, once again, and I will lead the blind in a way that they do not know. In paths that they have not known, I will guide them. I will turn the darkness before them into light, the rough places into level ground. These are the things I do, and I do not forsake them. God bless, guys. Have a great week.